For a right-handed player, an open club face will be a club face that points to the right of target or path. So if I show you this, if I put a pen on here and then I spin the club face this way, you can see how that is now going to point right. But there's another way that the club face can be opened, and this can have just as much of an effect on shot shape and also on striking ability. So if I put the pen back on here, and all I'm going to do is going to tilt the shaft vertically. Look how as I tilt the shaft vertically, the loft starts to point out to the right. And this can have a massive impact on being able to deliver the sweet spot to the ball, but also control the club face. So let's have a look what causes that. So what causes this? Well, from the top of the backswing, what you'll often see is that players want to move their hands out on top of the ball, and as the wrists uncock, the club head now works outside the ball, and so the only way contact can be made will be to stand the shaft up to get the club head and the ball in line. What you might find when you hit shots like this is you get a lot of toe deep divots. If you're playing from a driving range mat, you might find that you're only getting wear from the mat on the toe. If you go for a fitting again, the scratch tape might only be worn in the toe. You might just struggle to take divots. So let's have a look what we can do to fix that. These two things kind of go hand in hand, but we've got to try and get the club working from deeper, so you're going to feel like the club is working from more behind you, but you have to stay in posture because the spine acts like a cantilever. If the pelvis moves forward, the neck moves backwards. We can see that this kind of movement of standing up would then create a steepening of the shaft at impact. We're going to get a lot of dead shots from there that are toe strikes. So we've got to make sure we've got good posture, that the weight isn't too much on the balls of the feet and we're falling forward. So you're trying to set into it, and then what you've got to feel from there is you're trying to get the club working from more behind you. GC Quad is brilliant at being able to display and measure this information, but you could also look for the things that I talked about earlier to do with your divot patterns and the marks on the bottom of your club.